cool. That was actually hype. Because Byleth back throw has very little end lag. So I've never actually seen a Byleth go from back throw into immediate dash off side B. But it makes so much sense now that I see it, right?
But he's definitely going for dash attacks really, I think, consistently early.
Oh, here it is. Here's the bridge.
Oh, we're actually getting
ladder, bridge, whatever you want to call it. It is happening, and the reset.
See, it's a very...
but no stock or anything like that.
It can be a ladder or a bridge. That's why, like, he switched it halfway through, which direction he was going.
True. Byleth jab, not the safest jab. But I do think that it's valuable to have both a jab 1, 2, 3 and a gentleman and a rapid jab. Yeah, I think having both can throw people off guard.
Yeah, having more options just ever is like, no downside to it.
Whoa.
Okay, let's see.
I really am enjoying Mailman's movement right now, I gotta say. Haven't really seen Mailman play too much, but this is, look at that, the wave bounce arrow, just to smooth. Yeah, whiffing big moves against Metaknight is always scary because that character really can't punish from full screen. Booty goes for the edge guard, doesn't get it. There it is. Yeah. That's so useful if you know that they're going to be swinging.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something he's going to lean on for the rest of the set, but like honestly, just Booty's entire game, this game, like he's kind of been playing slower, but he's not. It felt like he was kind of getting railroaded. And he may have been like jumping back into action too quickly in other games. Because this one seems like he's returning to these slow neutral ticks.
Yeah.
Kind of just like more consistently, and that might just be really what he needs.
I feel like, Booty just started playing grounded neutral so much more efficiently, right? Like, look, from the corner, okay, well, that got punished. But from the corner, we're seeing a lot of shielding, slow getting back to center stage, and then kind of dashing to bait things. But here's the problem with waiting and trying to bait something. What if they do a huge move and hit you, as we just saw?
Oh, we'll see. Oh my god, we have the Metaknight with Rage, but we dropped
Max
the
Rage
ladder.
Metaknight. That is, it doesn't get the sweet spot.
Sour spot.
I'm predicting we're going to be seeing some sort of back. Okay, well, you know, when Byleth goes on the platform,
well,
right?
You see someone standing on a platform.
Yeah, you gotta be spooked.
Yeah. I mean, no one did anything wrong there. It's just, hard position to be in. Really good guess by Mailman on Booty's timing.
All right, just barely mistimes that. All right, a lot of percent on Byleth, but Byleth is a character that can really turn that around quickly. Not necessarily with a huge combo, but with just the range you have and just the sheer damage of your moves. But I gotta say, that's really funny. Odd and funny how, catch the neutral got up, but how Booty is using neutral B, Mach Tornado of all things, to call out full hops from full screen. That is so weird. I never see Metaknights do that.
I mean, Byleth, as long range as those moves are, they still don't have like the best frame there. They're not that quick, so it's like he's really just like weaving in under him, and like it's working out for him.
So the big range, lack of frame data probably opens Byleth up to more unconventional burst options, like the Mach Tornado.
Yeah, I do wonder if we will see some well-spaced tipper forward air or back air.
I'm predicting a short hop nair at ledge at this. Yeah, because Byleth's trying to get the forward air to kill off the side of that percent.
Is that it?
But the problem with doing that is, what if you get whiff punished, right? And Booty recognizes that, rolls on, and is able to punish that.
Booty responding right back with a 2-stock of his own. He definitely slowed it down a lot. He actually got a ladder.
I'm starting to think that Dark Blues might be a pretty good coach. I'm not going to lie.
It was a turnaround.
That wasn't just a turnaround. That was a transformation, right? That was a completely different Booty than the one we saw before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely kept his cool, and he got what he needed to get.
Yeah.
And what did he get for his second kill? It's just a really consistent back air, getting a ledge stand. It's really like fundamental stuff. It was just like stuff that you can lean on, stuff you can get.
I mean, I would call that plastic surgery, the way that Booty transformed.
I agree.
But I'm just saying that it was a very, very exciting adaptation we saw come out from Booty. All right. And I'm really excited to see what happens Game 3, because Mailman is no slouch, as we have demonstrated. I mean, we saw a dominant Game 1, and that Game 2 was still very competitive, It just, with Byleth, it's strange, because the character, I feel, can come down to a couple of back airs where, like, did you get the sweet spot? Did you get the sour spot? Or, like, did this side B land? Did it not land,
Yeah, I mean, we did see him get a, what should have been a killing punish on Booty, but got a sour spot, so now he had to play again, and that's leaving Metaknight alive at high rage.
Yeah, you don't
really
give Metaknight
scary
rage.
situation.
That's
like,
scary.
It's just like
what I find, really difficult about playing Byleth, and what I think MKLeo really excels at, is kind of finding those situations where you're like, all right, I will call you at this precise timing, not a lot of risk for me, but I do have to be precise about the read I'm making. And, you know, being a good Byleth involves making those precise reads with your strong moves. And if you make the read, you know, you get the F smash kill at 20, you get the back air at like 80, you know, and that's great and all, but the flip side of that is what if you don't, right? And I feel like that's what stuff like Nair, being a long-lasting kill confirm into a forward air off the side, you know, is good at kind of fixing. But then again, what if Booty waits for it, ledge rolls on, and just kills you for it like we saw at the end of that game? So weird dynamic between these two characters who kind of, Byleth being conventional, but, you know, relying on specific setups, and then Metaknight being kind of more unconventional, but also relying on specific setups, right? It's like a battle of the setups, sort of.
You know, it is kind of, because I feel like Booty was somewhat just like running into a lot of Mailman's like optimal stuff, like out of the scrambles. And that second game, it didn't happen nearly at all. So it's like, you know, maybe like, you know, what we were saying, I was like, well, what would I be telling Booty? It's like, please, like, look out for this. He seems to have really adapted into like noticing what was getting the stocks on him, and like actually adapting to it.
Damn. And you know what? I think that is. Oh, as I say that, okay, maybe the up air. Wow, catches Meta. There is few things in this game are more satisfying, right, than watching Byleth just catch a full hop from a platform from the ground, right? With the up B, it is so funny to see. That said, a lot of upward-facing moves right now. They're trying to get their vertical combo starters. You know, Mailman able to avoid. Oh no! Yeah, look at that. That's the kind of play you only get if you have a read.
Yeah, true. Booty definitely sometimes when he feels himself and he goes for hard reads.
Just do it. Double side B. Sometimes you gotta do it, you know.
A little scarier than last game for Booty. It felt like Mailman was really struggling to get percentage onto Booty in general last game, but this like started off looking more like game one, where he got some really long strings, like not necessarily long string, but like, you know, he just like had a general sense of control, and
that
again was the
so delayed.
Yeah, Nair into very delayed.
We also saw that at 0% last game, right? We saw back throw into immediate runoff side B. So I feel like Meilman is down air. Wow, Meilman's becoming aware of the fact that Booty doesn't like to panic air dodge, right? Which is good. I mean there, but you kind of forced it out. But yeah, I mean Mailman's catching Booty with these kind of weird offstage interactions where like Booty isn't ready to be hit that far off stage.
Yeah, and Mailman has lapped Booty. This is really like that stock got away from him, like that up B into downer and everything.
Oh, the Trump up B, and you can't tech that. That's untechable. That is completely untechable regardless of percent. That's really strong. But fighting right back. That said, though, making this comeback against Byleth, I mean, you can do all the quirky side B mix-ups you want. It's difficult to make this comeback.
Yeah, especially Metaknight. Like, if you're going to rely on having, you know, he got that 2 stock, high percent himself. You know, he got a ladder off the top. But he's only going to have one more opportunity to be at high percent. One more opportunity to get some of those really early ladders that define Metaknight.
When you're an X-Factor character like Metaknight, you definitely want to have, you know, more chances, as basic as that sounds. Because, like, you know, what if Metaknight had Rage? That could have been a kill, right?
I think he wouldn't have delayed for that extra up air. Possibly could have went for it. Ooh, is that it?
Whoa! No, you had that!
He deserved a SD out of respect.
No, I will say, if you make a read and you miss the timing, it's not a read, all right? You can crucify me for that, but I stand by that firmly. With that said, I mean, Mailman is in a good position. Are we going to see? All right. A lot of jab blocks, but no true punish off it. I find that very interesting. I wonder if Byleth can punish off jab blocks.
Possibly not with the kill move as low as 90, you know?
Yeah. I know for a fact that tilt can punish.
Ooh.
Down tilt up
down
air.
Tilt up air. Only 90%.
I wasn't ready for Metaknight to die off that. But, you know, that's the MKLeo. I remember somebody on Reddit, I think, made a chart of, you know, when MKLeo played, like, every kill move and how frequently.
Oh, yeah, like up air was extremely frequent, and then fair was second.
Up air was so much more frequent than every other move. Even like back air, side B, all these great kill moves. That Byleth just down tilt up air, basic kill confirm is so useful, you know? And yes, if you DI it away from Byleth, it makes it much harder to get, right? But the fact that it has very low hit lag means that despite being, I think, frame like 14 or something, it's actually pretty hard to react to on hit.
Yeah, it's generally safe-ish. I mean, it's not actually safe, but it's like it's hard to react to on. It's hard to react to. Like, you know, if they hit your shield, it's like, cool, good luck, you know, punishing me.
What I think is so insidious about that move is the fact that, you know, because it really excels when they DI in, right? That kind of complements the fact that it's a really great move with a great hitbox for catching dash-ins, right? So the number of times MKLeo, or as we saw there, Mailman, really emulating a lot of things MKLeo did that makes him so successful really well there, is just, go for that down tilt. They're dashing in, Metaknight wants to dash attack or dash grab, right? And then because they're DIing in from the dash in, you just go and kill them with the kill confirm, And I think that recognizing that is really showing to me how Mailman is starting to get these things that make MKLeo so good when he plays Byleth, right? And whether we saw that off stage pressuring people and making them afraid to air dodge, but then if they don't air dodge, you get side beat or forward aired. Whether it's the nairs to fairs at ledge, pressures with down tilt. That was just a really solid Byleth.
It's actually really interesting about Game 1 versus Game 3. Is Game 1 and Game 3, Mailman both got a nair forward air and a down tilt up air.